So 4 years ago, Eshan played this game called Eddie and the Misfits. So let's check it out. That's a cool intro. This is like a Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff. Me and him, we're big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I remember me and him didn't watch the movies together, sadly, but I was telling him about it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch the first one." And I said, "Did you watch it?" And he said, "Yeah, it was pretty scary though." And I said, "Oh yeah." And he said, "Why aren't the movies rated R?" And I said, "Well, you know, it was like sort of rated T for teens back then, so you can't put a rated R. It's more like PG-13 level horror." So what I don't get about people, they always like say like, "Oh, it should be rated R." No, it doesn't. Kids and teenagers grow up with the game. It should stay PG-13. Everything doesn't need to be rated R if it's a horror. I mean, sure, yeah, if it's gory, sure, but not everything. Like, look at what's that movie called Night Swim? That's PG-13. Look at that for example. Sure, it has a bit of violence in it, but it's PG-13. Megan 1 and 2.0, even though Megan 2.0 isn't horror, it's more sci-fi and action. But Megan, that's a horror. That has some blood, right? What's another movie that's PG-13? Slender Man. Slender Man. Another PG-13 movie. Quiet Place 1 and 2. That has some blood, same as Day 1. That's not R-rated. I can name more, but I don't know all of the PG-13 horror movies. This looks like, Isha, if you're watching this looks like your Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff with mixed with Poppy's Playtime. I was almost about to say the Banana Splits movie. There you go, Crocodile, whatever that is, and something. And that looks like a duck. Bunny rabbit. If you wonder why my phone went like that, it's because I almost dropped it. I remember also when I was telling him I watched the second Final Fantasy, he was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "More scary than the first." And he was like, "Oh really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Is there gonna be a third movie?" And I didn't really understand his question. I was like, "Third what?" And he said, "Third movie Final Fantasy." And I said, "Oh, sorry. I think so, yeah, because Matthew Lillard plays this dude in Scream and Shaggy in the Scooby Doo movies, and you know who in Final Fantasy movies." He mentioned, I think, before the second movie released or before they filmed the second movie, he signed a contract with Universal that he'll be in the free movies. So that clearly indicated he was going to be in the first financial phrase meeting. So that might release around 2026, 2027, give or take. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.